I'm one of the BioSS volunteering to interview alumni, and this meeting is conducting with you. Your name is Gumit Kaur, and you
Mm,
are one of the quality assurance specialists at Karma Candy, right?
Yes,
That's fantastic position you have been reached so far, right?
yes, it is. So, something about Karma Candy. Karma Candy is like North America's one of the largest, I believe, private labeled manufacturers. They usually make like hard candy canes, like peppermint canes or different flavored canes, and they make like products for Cadbury, Mondelez, like dairy milk bars, uh, mini eggs, Echoes, cream eggs. So they also make stuff for Canadian Tire and Walmart.
Oh,
So they
I
make like
see.
it's quite a big manufacturing plant, and they make like variety of products.
Yeah, yeah, I see it has a lot of branches and it's like it's well-known company. I've read about it. So let's start with our first question. Since you reached to this position, what is your like career journey you've been through like after graduation, and what are like the difficulties you've been through to reach to this position?
So just like most of the international students, I kept on waiting till my last semester, and I believe that was the like bad decision that anyone could make. Uh, After like graduating, like I started like when it was like just 1 month left before my graduation, I started applying for jobs. Before that, I was working as a security guard and even in a restaurant.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but that was not, that was kind of a part-time job. For part-time, for like basic needs, that's fine. But once you are about to graduate, there's a lot of pressure.
Mhm.
When you see your professors, you see their journey, you get inspired, but at the same time, being from a different country and having a lot of barriers, it's difficult for
Mhm.
almost everyone to grab a job in this Canadian environment without Canadian experience, because this is the type of Canadian experience that every company requires.
Yes,
And if you
that's so
have
hard.
no experience from Canada, they don't think that you are capable of grabbing that position. So
Mm,
once I got graduated, I'll say that it took me almost 5 months to
mm,
land on this job.
mm-hmm,
And as like other students, I applied my work permit, and I kept on doing my other jobs side by side to fulfill my needs. But there was always one dedication and one consistency to keep on applying for jobs whatsoever. I just did two platforms. That one was Indeed and the other one was LinkedIn. These were the two platforms. I also attended like career fairs organized by Centennial College.
oh, I
So I
see.
have just recently moved to Hamilton. Before that, I was living in Scarborough. So one career fair organized by Professor Yvonne Henry was the fair that changed my life. I met with my mentor, Mr. Dilpreet Singh. He
Uh,
is
the
he is the
career,
quality
uh, sorry for interrupting you. The event that has been that has been last year, I remember, with the alumni or
control. I believe yes, with the alumni, yes,
oh,
that I
yeah,
was
yeah,
there.
yeah. I've
So
attended this. Yeah.
so I had no plans of attending that, but I thought why not to give it a try. I just met two mentors. One
Mhm.
was, I guess, Miss Aman, and the other one was Dilpreet Singh. He is the quality control, I believe, coordinator in Metro. So the advice he gave me, he was kind of like, I will not say even mentor. He was God for me at that time. He gave me a lot of crucial information. He helped me redesign my resume, and he tried to put in all the crucial information that is required for a resume to got selected in any company. So once he helped me change my resume, and I asked him for like more job references, and then he took like 1 to 2 personal sessions with me. He made me aware about food industries, and then he advised me to take LinkedIn Premium, and I took like first month free trial just to give it a try. And I applied for quite like I believe 500 jobs, and out of that I messaged like managers of that company. So whenever I used to apply for a job, I used to
Huh.
see people who are working for that company. So even Karma Candy, when I was applying for this job, I was in Scarborough. So because Toronto is a highly populated place, there's a lot of competition. So one must think about
Mm.
moving to nearby places in Ontario as well.
Uh-huh. You moved
So I
from
messaged the QA.
moved from Ontario,
I'm
right?
I moved from Toronto to Hamilton.
Ah, I see, I see. Yeah, that's
It's
yeah, I'm
almost 3 hours.
that's right. Yeah.
So I messaged at the same time QA manager, Miss Alvieta. She is like QA manager at Karma Candy. I messaged her by taking LinkedIn Premium. And I believe after 1 month, she replied me back by saying that we are conducting interviews. Okay, I'll keep you in
Mm.
mind.
Oh, I
So
see.
I thought maybe it's gonna
Yeah.
work. Then for 1 to 8 months, I didn't get any reply back from her. Then I messaged her again
Uh-huh.
saying, has the position been filled? Because it's like 2 months
Mhm.
inconsistency. I kept on looking for the same job. And then she said, okay, why not you come tomorrow for an interview? But their
Perfect.
only statement was that candidate must be residing in Hamilton.
Mhm.
So I I said, okay, I'm happy to move to Hamilton. Then next day I gave my interview, and she was quite happy with my skills at Centennial College because it's more practical oriented, and she was quite happy. And then after 1 week I got my job offer from Karma Candy. So that is how I landed into this job.
That's perfect. So you're saying like make connection with the manager, like according to the
Exactly.
company will help you a lot to landing the job you wanted. Yeah, I see. I see. I've like listened to these kind of advices. That's fantastic. Congratulations, really.
Yeah, it's a big relief. But just keep on applying
Mm,
and
mhm,
try to make connections. I know it looks difficult because we generally don't believe that someone is going to help us.
mhm,
But in my case, my manager, she really helped me out because
mm,
out of all 2,000 candidates, she picked me up for an interview. And after you have landed in an interview, you have the chance to depict yourself. And I
mhm,
believe that.
mhm. I see. I see. Congratulations, really. I'm happy for you. Um, one thing, like, what do you think, like, the education at Centennial College helps you to prepare for this career?
So you'll not believe she didn't even check my whole resume. The one thing that she liked about my resume, just one thing, and that was Eliza. Because
Ah,
I in 1 semester, in 2 semesters, I had like professor, I believe Fawaz. He was the one who taught me, like teached us like about Eliza technique. So I
teach
had that
you
in
privately? He teach you privately
no,
or the
in
class?
different
Oh,
courses,
yeah,
in
yeah,
different.
I see. Yeah.
So we have that like in 2 semesters where we practice like Eliza kit. And that was one thing that amazed my manager because they were in requirement of a QA person who could do peanut-free testing, and that peanut-free testing is based on ELISA. So when she saw that I know how to perform ELISA test, that was the key point
Mm-hmm.
uh, why she like hired me. So moreover, other skills like swabbing and ELISA, PCR, all these we perform in like industries as well. So I believe the lab and the practical portion is the most crucial part. which Centennial gave me, helped me land.
Mm-hmm. I see. I see. So now, since you're like landed in this job, so what do you think the problem the student might face once they are transitioned from the academic, like laboratory and education, to an environment, work environment? What do you think the problems that might face?
So I believe one of the biggest problem that even I have faced is, uh, even though Centennial College they tried their level best to make students aware about higher Centennial alumni networks, but no one takes it that seriously. Even because we all are packed so much with classes, like 5 days, and then no one wants to, especially go to college and attend a fair or do their resume alterations and stuff with like
Mm-hmm.
networking.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
believe college should put more pressure on students
Oh, yeah.
regarding job search,
Yeah, I
because
see.
I believe education is obviously that's the most important part. But side by side, I believe only in the last semester we have like one course that prepared us for job searching. But I believe we should have more such courses that only focuses on how you could grab a job after you graduate.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the one thing. And regarding about students, I believe I believe one should just keep on continuously applying, and that is only the key to get a job.
Oh, I see. Um, so like looking back, is there anything like you wish had done differently? Um, like I don't know, maybe while searching for career, maybe,
So that one thing I
or
would
like when you are
definitely
in the
say,
college, I don't know.
without even thinking, I would say co-op is the most crucial part.
Yeah, I
I
see.
believe rather than Centennial College making it optional, co-op
It
should
should
be
be,
mandatory for
yeah, that's
everyone.
right. Yeah.
Because when I came in from India to here, that was my first semester. We all are quite new to Canadian environment. While we are adjusting, I missed my like first orientation session, and I wasn't aware that
Yeah.
COP 161 and 171
Yeah,
stuff. I
me too.
wasn't aware
Yeah.
that. I took it very lightly, not even knowing that 171 is so crucial for us to apply for co-op. I got in 161, and if I would have been knowing, I would have combined 161
Mm-hmm.
and 17 together. But because I was not aware, I missed my co-op
I see.
opportunity.
Yeah, that's right.
That was the biggest drawback I had in my like college life,
Mhm.
because seeing my like fellow students working in an industry while I am still in the college
Mhm.
made me jealous.
Mhm.
And obviously, I believe the one who is doing co-op has like much more better percentage of getting
That's right.
possibility of getting a job rather
Mhm.
than a normal student.
Yeah, but like, uh, some alumni, like they said, like even if you don't have co-op, you can like have a job. But like maybe from each one sides, they say like no, maybe doing co-op helps me to gaining more practical environmental work and everything. So I think that's a very good advice for anyone who want to enter biotechnology. Like choose a co-op is very mandatory, and I am
Very
with
much.
this, and I am like you, like I miss like the chance to get a co-op, and but like I have no choice to like to
I would say don't
go with
lose.
the co-op, but yeah, you're right.
I would say don't lose hope. Like even
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to do co-op, but still I am doing the same job my friends are doing. But obviously, you the possibility it increase that you'll definitely get a job, because every company, no one wants to train a fresher. If
Mm,
a person who already trained, he knows about industry, the fast-paced environment, there are like much more chances of him getting hired than a person who doesn't have anything. Even if you have experience from back home, doesn't matter. If you have Canadian experience, they believe that's the thing they
exactly,
want to have.
100%, 100%. So what have you learned in the industry that you wish you had learned in college?
I'll be honest with you, as
Eliza.
I want to go to quality assurance position, uh, like lab work is one thing that obviously Centennial let us know. But rest other things are like basic things, checking paperwork, checking traceability. That college could, that's like basic general things. Like you don't even need to learn that in the college. But one thing that college could help us um that is going to work for us in industry is stress management. They could have like more
Sounds good.
sessions of pressure management and stress
Mm,
management
mm,
because here industries are fast paced, especially food industry. Like they are 24 hours running, and sometimes you have to, do 10-hour shifts or 12-hour shifts. And in that fast-paced environment, how you are going to manage yourself? I believe that college could organize some like mental health. I believe Centennial does, but they could like focus more on making students uh more more used to fast-paced environments.
mm. I see. So, would you suggest any certification or training that helps the student during their career, searching for career? Um, what do you suggest?
I'll say that even though biotechnology and food technology courses are different, but I still believe the one job that every Centennial College graduate aims is to get in a QA position. I know, I firmly believe because there are a lot of industries and this QA post is like much more easier to get rather than a lab technician post. I believe if you want to get in a like food industry, you must have HACCP course. I had a chance to talk with one of my friends who was in like food tech course. It's same from Centennial. So I believe in food technology, they gave you certifications like HACCP and other. They teach you about GMP and uh, other industry related certifications. They are already included in the food tech course. But in biotechnology, they don't teach you about food industries. It's more of lab oriented. I know it
Oh,
makes sense
I
because
see.
it's a biotech course, but if biotechnology students are also aiming for a QA position in a food industry, they can introduce setup courses and other basic informations about sanitation,
Mhm,
uh, GMPs, or food related Canadian guidelines about food
mhm,
and
mhm,
other stuff that is more of food related into biotech course as well, so that it's easier for biotechnology students to
mhm,
land into that job.
mhm. I see. Is 100% right. Um, so can you share us like some resources or network opportunity you benefit from it like since after graduation? Mm,
So as I already mentioned about networking events that Centennial College organized, and then also I've recently received an email about that they're in the reading week they're again going to organize an alumni
oh
or
yeah,
some
that's right.
panel
That's
discussion.
right.
So I believe if a graduating student or not even graduating, if someone is in first semester or second semester, they should participate in these events. I mean, I would really like to thank Professor Yvonne Henry because she is the one who, keeps on trying
Yeah, that's
for
right.
for to give students more uh, after college information rather than what's going on after college because all the professors have their like own different ways, but I believe Professor Yvonne is the one who always uh, tries like for industry tours and other stuff. And while I was in 2022 when I joined Centennial, tours were not that frequent, but now I am much into like I am in the group WhatsApp group of bios, and they keep on updating like, oh, next week we are going Thermo Fisher, next week we are going Apotex. So I really believe
Yeah,
it's a very good step for to make students learn how industry is. Second, networking events for sure. Third, make a good profile on LinkedIn so that people can see whatsoever you do in college. Like we have like microbiology project 2, 3.
yeah,
One can
exactly,
post it so
exactly.
that if someone, you know what, even if now if I try to apply like better jobs, they usually ask for your LinkedIn URL. The only purpose is sometimes the person who is going to hire you, there are chances that he or she might going to check your LinkedIn profile, and once they are going to see, oh wow, this person is active, he or she knows about lab skills. So I believe LinkedIn is a very useful
Important, yeah,
platform to showcase your skills. Second, Indeed, I believe there is no way, or
to
you don't
connect,
have
yeah,
to try on other platforms. Indeed and LinkedIn is like 100% best platforms to apply and get a job.
jobs, yeah,
And one can make contacts with professor after college as well, because sometimes professor you want, she posts like job opportunities on her LinkedIn profile, and you can ask her to refer you. Also, um, make good connections with your classmates. So
exactly,
sometimes what happens is like I had like one QA position open at Karma Candy. So I gave like 3, 4 resume of my friends to my QA manager. And once your resume is directly from your uh, from like I am able to put that resume directly on QA manager table. Obviously, your chances of getting hired are like 100% more, because intermediate steps are gone. That someone is going to check your resume or they are going to filter you. All of that is gone. So if you have friends that are or seniors that are already working in some industries, there are chances they can refer you. And I believe reference is the is is the best way and the easiest way you can directly get into an industry. I've seen many
exactly,
of my because of their connections, they were able to grab a job much more quickly than me,
yeah,
getting to step.
exactly. But like you have what you have done, and it's very like part of your hard work. Like you've directly contact the manager and you've wait months, and then you landed like on this job. It's what you've done is perfectly
And
fantastic.
you feel good because what you have studied and then you are doing a good job. Even though what at the starting pay doesn't matter. Even if you have to start from basic pay, let's say 17.5, doesn't matter. The satisfaction that you have in your mind that you are doing a job, especially if you feel proud in your professor eyes and in your parents' eyes, it's much more than money. So I believe one should always aim to
Exactly.
keep on growing and get into a better job and leave your comfort zone. I have also
Yeah.
left Toronto and I came to Hamilton. That was
Yeah.
a big change. But
Exactly.
if you get job in like neighboring parts, maybe in Hamilton, Burlington, we have a lot of
Yeah.
factories.
Exactly.
Uh, in
Yeah.
Grimsby, we have a lot of factories. So one can apply out of Toronto, out of GTA.
Exactly. Like, yeah, I would like to add, like, once you change the environment or the place, you have ability to find more job opportunities.
It's to put a fake experience.
Mm.
I know it's not one thing. Fake in the sense of like what I added in my resume was laboratory experience in Centennial College. So in our journey of 2 years, we are doing a lot of experiments. We are helping professors. We are making agar carriers. We are doing PCR, ELISA. That's an experience too. If you don't have a Canadian experience, like in some food industry or in other industry, you could add that I worked in the lab of Centennial College, and I added that. And that was the point where my manager, pointed out at Eliza, because in my like specifications I said, "Oh, I did Eliza," and that was the key that gave me the chance to get hired. So that could be added. if you have experience, so I had some of my friends who were already working as quality controller in a food industry back home. You could add that too. Sometimes people see. So recently they hired one more QA, and he was working in McDonald's, but he's from Iran in Karmakandi. But back home, he was a QA tech.
Exactly.
So some companies see, oh, doesn't matter. Okay, doesn't matter. He doesn't have experience here, but at least he was into food industry in his back home
Hmm.
because basic principles are same. So if you have any sort of experience, you can add that.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you can write for in your college for sure.
Exactly. 100. So that's right. 100%. So when do you think is the right time to start for looking for a job? What do you think? Like
Absolutely,
that's
starting early.
most of students like, you know, think of,
I
think of this.
I believe at least 6 months prior to your graduation,
Oh yeah.
or maybe you could just start applying when you see, oh, your last semester has started. The day you step in into college as your first day, you start applying because it takes time for companies to apply. I gave like so I believe 4 months back I got an offer from Wonder Brands as well, and they have so much steps one after other. Like
Hmm.
initially
Hmm. Hmm.
they ask you to do mental agility test and then English test and then
Exactly.
other tests. And
Exactly.
after so many tests, you have maybe they are going to ask you for interview. So
Mhm.
it takes time. Never ever think that you, oh, I don't have degree, how come I can apply? Or I'm still studying. What if I will get a job offer? It's okay. If you get a job offer, you can say, I'm about to finish. Can you wait for 2 months? Or let's say, or at least you'll get happy. Oh,
Mhm.
wow, I'm still studying and I'm getting
Yeah,
job offers.
that's right. That's right.
You get to know the trend.
Hmm. Hmm.
You'll get to know how to apply. You get the consistency.
Exactly.
You get used to about LinkedIn, how it works, how networking works.
Mhm.
So I believe at least 6 months prior to that, and before that, you can obviously attend networking
Exactly.
events. Well, it's the individual's own choice.
Yeah,
I believe
exactly.
because I also have to do master's degree, but my preference was to get into industry first, gain some experience,
Mhm.
maybe for one
Mhm.
so, and then for sure I'll do master's. Because after QA tech, if you are aiming as a QA manager or let's say a sanitation manager or a management position, they ask you for like master's degree. So
Exactly.
that's mandatory. Anyways, you have to do it, whether now or after some years. But
Mhm.
I believe if you take a break from college and gain some experience, that is going to help you further in your master's degree. And after master's, you could
Exactly.
say, I did like 2 years of work, and then now I have master's. You could apply for QA manager.
Mhm.
Because otherwise, after doing masters, if you have to again, start your journey from QA tech, maybe then you'll feel I'm not worthy because I did masters. So I want to be QA manager because starting point is QA technician and then step by step supervisor and then manager. So I believe, yeah, it's individual's own choice and
Exactly.
one should do masters and PhD, but the timeline when someone's going to do it's up to
Exactly.
your situation as well.
Yeah, yeah, actually, I'm 100% with you in this point because I knew an alumni, she got like a job like at the end day of her of her semester. And the reason of this, the reason that she was looking for a job like maybe semester 2 or semester 3. That's very important, like to start from now because maybe you know things, you may not know things, so it really helps you after graduation. So I am with this point, like don't wait for the exact time and then keep searching and then you feel like
And then
confused, stressed.
otherwise you have to wait like
Exactly.
6 months in work permit and then you'll get a job. Those 6 months you can,
Yeah,
that's not a waste. That's the journey that you could do side by side while you are studying. So at least when you are
mhm,
about to finish, either you have a lot of connections or at least you have a job offer to start right away and doesn't
exactly.
waste your time.
100%, 100%. So I think that's the last one. What advice would you like to give to a student who are about to graduate and to the student that thinking of entering biotechnology?
First of all, don't lose hope. If your friends get a job. Let's say, I'll tell you my personal experience. So we were three friends all together. So we were so our friendship was so consistent that we even took the same section in all four semesters. So we three started looking for jobs. So it was my friend. She like other one got job first, like 1 month before me.